Hi, welcome to the training session for web portal. This is the login page for the web portal. You need to put your ID here and the password and then hit enter. This is the first page, that is dashboard, showing you few reports in graphical formats. That is lead source, the report with lead source showing all the leads, number of leads as per the source of that lead. Lead status, your appointment graph will be there for that, for current date, collection report, collectible report, and the target achievement. That will show your number of enrollments versus your target. So these reports will run as per the dates selected from here. You just need to click on this filter to expand the date format and then need to select the dates. For example, you need to run the data for March and April. You'll select March and April 2015 and click on search. The dashboard will be refreshed and will show the details, the reports as per the dates selected by you. Now if you need to check the details of any of the bars, for example, I need to see the details of all the enrolled leads. I just need to click on this bar and the system will redirect me to the details of this bar or this report. So this will be the report of all the leads which are already enrolled with your login only. That is the leads which are generated by you, which are enrolled, are accessible here. If you need to download this data into Excel, you can do that from this option by just expanding the filter and clicking on download Excel. This will give you the details in Excel format. Now coming over to the first step, that is lead creation. What you need to do is you can go from top menu here to CRM and you can click on new lead. Otherwise you can directly click on new lead from this left panel. This will redirect you to the lead card for the new lead creation. We understand that lead creation, while creating a lead, you won't get much information from the client or the source about the client. So there are few fields which are mandatory in this form, other are optional. This asterisk sign signifies that this field is mandatory. Henceforth, you need to fill the lead name and mobile mandatorily in this form. Other details are just optional. Now coming on to the lead, I'm starting with the creation of lead form lead now. If you need to know the husband name, you can put it here. If you don't know that, you can just fill the mobile number. The other fields are just optional. If you have those information, you can fill that. Other mobile number, landline number, email ID. This is the area where you are working. This is the zone for which you are working, and this will be your name. This name is actually fetched from the login ID from which you are working right now. This is the CRE name who's actually calling currently on your region. That is why it is been shown here. Consulting doctor, hospital, these details could be filled here. Again, that is optional. Now switching over to the other details tab, you need to fill lead source. Of course, you must be knowing that. I'm selecting it as OPD. If you don't have that source here in this list, you can select others in that case. Right now I'm going with OPD. Then the prospect, whether the lead is a prospect or not. I'll come to the client referral later on. The EDD. If you know the EDD, you can fill it from the calendar by clicking it on the option. When you'll click on this field, it will show a calendar and you can select the date from here. Multiple pregnancy, whether it is a single, twins, or triplet, what the client is exactly expecting. Lead priority. I hope you know these fields. These are the fields by which you can signify that the client could be changed from a prospect to a client. How quickly that could be done. Now switching over to the lead status, by default it is showing fresh, and home visit will be fixed by CRM. This will be the case when you are punching a lead in this and you want CRM to follow it up with the client, and they will fix a home visit for you. So you will keep the status as fresh and you'll select the CRM option here. If you are already following it up and you need to follow it again after a few days, you will select follow up directly, and the system has given this option DNC, that is do not call. By clicking on this option, CRM will not be able to call on this lead, so that you can yourself follow it up with the client. You have to fill the follow-up date from here and the time by which you need to call that person or need to get the follow-up done. Switching to the other option, that is home visit. As soon as you'll click on this, there is self-fixed. This signifies that you have fixed this home visit by your own without the help of CRM. So again, you need to select the home visit date and the time. Apart from that, you can put the details of home visit location. Sometimes it happens that the client need that presentation at their office location, but the address is something else for permanent location. In that case, you can fill the home visit location here. If there is any remark in case of follow-up as well as in case of home visit, you can fill it here. Right now I'm taking it to follow-up status, the home visit status, so that we are scheduling the home visit for this client so that we can start with that process. Moving on to the communication details, you need to fill the address if you have that, and if the lead status is fresh, in that case there might be in that case it might be that you must not be having that address with you, all the details of address with you. In that case, you need to fill the city, which is actually mandatory here. You will select the state and token code will come on their own. If you have got the alternate address, you can fill it here. Now switching to the calendar, see, we have fixed a home visit for this client, but we need to ensure that there is no previous visit or follow-up at that time, so that the timing must not be clashed with this home visit. For that purpose, what we will do is we will select the calendar date from 13 to 15 and click on check calendar. This will show all the activities which are already scheduled with your login along with the date and time. And if you need to access the details of those home visits or the follow-ups, you can directly click on this link here. Now I am pretty much satisfied that by this date and by this time there is no other visit or any follow-up pending with me. So I'll save it for creating a lead. As soon as I'll click on save, the system will create a lead ID. In this case, the lead ID is 735, and by this ID you can search this lead, because this ID will be unique for every lead. For searching purpose of a lead, you can select on leads here. You'll click on filter and you can search it from any of these categories. For example, name, contact number, lead source, lead status. These are the filters by which you can search the leads. If I'll keep it as blank, the system will show all the leads with all the status generated by my login ID. Now, if I have selected follow-up option for that lead, I have to go to follow-up tab. As we have already scheduled a home visit for that patient, I will go to home visit tab, because that client has already been scheduled for a home visit. Here is our lead, Meenakshi. We will before going to a home visit, there must be a confirmation call which will be going from your side, asking the client whether that home visit is confirmed, the timings are confirmed, whether I can visit you or not. So we'll click on the status field, schedule field, while asking him, as there are probabilities that he can cancel that visit or he can reschedule that visit. So you can change the status accordingly, activity status accordingly. You can even cancel that, or you can even reschedule it. When we'll click on cancel, the system will ask you for the status, whether the client is not interested or he's asking for a follow-up. If you will click on follow-up, the system will ask you for the follow-up date and time. If the activity status has been changed to rescheduled, the system will again ask you for the home visit time and the status will be refixed now. And right now, if you have done the home visit, you'll select that you'll change the activity status as done. In that case, home visit status will be amongst these options. Whether the client is not interested, he has already enrolled to prior bank, he has enrolled to any competitor, that client need that you must follow up with him again after a few days, or he need a revisit, or he need a revisit at other location somewhere else, and the win-win situation, that is enrolled. The client has agreed that he will enroll with us and we can proceed further. Right now I'm taking you to the win-win situation, that is enrolled. For the other options, if you will select these options, it will close it. If you will select follow up, the lead will transfer to the follow up tab, which I've already told you. You can go it from here. From this option you can search it. Right now I'm enrolling this client so that we can move further. I'll hit the save button and the system will redirect us to the customer card. So this will be the customer card which you must be also filling a hard copy for that person while enrolling him. Here we need to fill all the details. Husband name, other mobile number if you know that, landline number, email ID. If you've got the PAN number, you can select it from here, or the status. If it is not available or it has already been applied, he has applied for that, you can select it from here. Again, the salesperson will be the login name. Switching to the communication details, the address has to be filled here. You need to be very careful while filling these details, because these details will hit our ERP directly, so that the formatting must be appropriate, as those addresses and details along with the names will be stored as such in the ERP, which will be used for the further communication. Now you will save it. As soon as we'll save it, the client number has been generated directly from the ERP. Right now we are on the job card. As the customer has already been enrolled with us, we have created a customer by creating this client number. Now we need to have upfront payment from him. For that purpose, we need an SAR number to be created. So for that purpose, we will fill these SAR card details now. Sorry, job card details. I need to fill the SAR number. The SAR date will be selected. The SAR date could be today's date or the previous ones, but the future date will not be acceptable by the system. Pregnancy status is there. EDT need to be filled up. If you have the kit number issued at that time, if you are issuing that, you can fill the kit number here. Otherwise you can just leave it like that only. For customer referral, if the customer which you are actually enrolling right now is a referral from an existing client, what you need to do is you need to search that customer. For that purpose, you'll select this option is to search the details of that customer. You'll search it from either from ARN number, from bill to name, that is the client name, the client number, the PID, primary ID, or the primary SAR number. I hope you will be having that ARN or primary SAR number. Right now I'll search it from ARN number only. We will search it and the details are here. Now what you need to do is you'll just double click on this details so as to tag this client as a referral for the enrolling client. Moving to the plan details, you need to select a plan for which the customer is enrolling, the client is enrolling with us. For example, Blessing 1, which is the hot favorite one. You can select the add-ons from here. Example, the live storage is also taken from by him, or the other plan advantages which you are offering him. These are available in this list. See, this is the plan amount, that is the amount for Blessing 1, that is 49,500. 18,000 is the amount for add-on plan, that is the live storage, and this is the total amount. For discount purpose, I'll come to it later on. Now moving on to the payment received. This is the tab from where you'll receive the upfront payment only. You'll select the payment mode, for example check, the amount which you are receiving for upfront payment, that is 12,000, the check number, the check date, if you know the deposit date that the check will be deposited on this date, you can fill that also, otherwise you can leave it like that only. Now this is the payee bank account, that is the bank account details for the bank for which these checks are being deposited by the client. In other words, the checks, the bank for which these checks will be belonging to has to be filled here. Right now you can see that in the drop down it is showing blank. For